Welcome to a world of might and magic, where the only limit is your imagination. Come along with us and find out what happens when you just roll with it.
Yeah, let's recap the wonderful session we had last week.
Do you have any inspiration words?
But I'm here. I'm gonna mind explaining if you don't want to.
I'm sure her explanation will be way more colorful.
Yeah, you can go. Yours will be better.
Okay. Well, after we got back from, or once we got back from to the house and just killing time, just sewing and such. However, Paige went on quite an adventure hiding in the morgue place for a good couple hours, disguised as a drow child. When suddenly someone comes in and starts slicing or surgically cutting into bodies. Um, Paige decided to become an illusion and start trying to question this fellow. And the guy started to get suspicious and started casting or mumbling some spells. So Paige decided to run. Little did he know what he was getting into. Long story short, because, well, he got his ass kicked by a cleric of unknown, I don't know what domain yet. Unable to teleport or anything, he decided just to run. And now he made it back to the house, where he's basically just drinking, pretty much, like drinking away the pain. We did notice that Krill was unable to heal him, but thanks to Wood's awesome skills in sewing, we stitched him back up, so he's doing a little better. And I guess in this moment of Paige being slightly drunk and tipsy, everyone had a heart-to-heart moment when we realized, oh, you can see or he misses the stars, and Woods didn't know what he was talking about because he just thought of shape of stars and how Krill's kind of blind, so she doesn't know what stars, so it was a heart-to-heart moment. And then I think drunk Paige just started like hugging people because he was kind of like, oh, I'm so sad, and slightly, not all there. And that was it.
Yeah.
Rough pages get good when he's drunk.
When he's high and drunk, Paige becomes a pretty nice guy.
Yep.
But
He
yeah.
vomits on your floor.
But yeah, Paige's opposition just had answers for everything Paige could come up with for the longest time.
Jeez. That's like the worst case scenario.
Pretty much.
The only thing that could have gone worse is if you had fucking died.
Well, he is a revenant now, so we don't know what happens when he actually dies.
Which, by the way, I discovered today that Revenant was an actual monster in D&D.
Yep.
I would have guessed as much.
But yeah, we're in here having our big heart-to-heart. Feeling all the good feels. But as always, there's more left to be done.
Work is never finished.
Never ever.
Where's my... Oh yeah, I remember now. I'm keeping my notes in my like bio section.
I think it's gonna be 9 miles long.
There it is. I'm keeping it in the allies and organization part.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
I totally forgot all the spell scrolls that Krell has in her pocket.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, Hansel doesn't have any, but we had like mad spell scrolls coming into the Underdark.
And we've used most of the fun ones.
Yeah, now we've got what? This is like fucking water breathing or something. I mean, I guess
It's not one of the ones Krell has.
has.
I know that much.
Did we ever use that scroll of fireball?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We got
Yeah, I'm
pissed
not sure
off
I
at those
made it
wizards that
through.
were fireballing us, so we fireballed
So
them
we
back.
took them back to them.
Paige should probably try to making some spell scrolls.
Didn't hurt.
Yeah, I'd probably.
But
Probably.
probably gonna wanna earn some more money before then. We
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
we kinda broke.
Yeah, we kind of spent the last of our funds on. A
I
belt.
mean, we still have roughly 1,000 gold pieces and change, but
Yeah, so
but
we'll
that's
be
only
we'll be
enough
able
to pay the
fund-
workers.
We'll be able to fund our staff and house, but maybe not our adventures as much.
We also have to offer our undead's innocence, so we should probably try to make the objective of this session gaining money.
I wish I had thought of that option beforehand and planned for it.
How did we?
Well, we got-
I mean, we amassed our fortune by Colosseum, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of Spoon's whole thing.
Yeah. He's
Man.
he's the fighting man.
I mean, it's kind of Krell's, but she's more there for the admiration than the glory.
Yeah. Well, I feel like those kind of run in the same circle.
Well, it's more that she's looking for the praise that she never received growing up.
There we go. A more traumatic response.
I was trying to
That's why she
phrase
got-
it in a nicer way.
That's why she cried when Paige hugged her.
Ugh.
Yeah, you missed all the emotions happening that session.
I was busy. I was recovering from the bomb that Freezer Wizard dropped on me. I had to sleep that off.
Ugh. I've got that whole situation all written out, by the way, so that's
Oh,
gonna be
good.
fun.
Oh god.
By the way, Paige made an oath to make both Woods and Krell see stars. Even has to sacrifice everything.
Oh. I thought you were too drunk to remember that.
He's gonna wake up and see that in his notebook, and he was like, "What the fuck did I do? What happened?"
You guys clearly never saw a halfling drinking. That's like half of their life and eating.
At least not recently into the excess you were drinking.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Last I checked, those halflings are really big fans of their pints.
Of what?
Of their pint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
they're
true.
even more fond of quartz.
Alright. Okay. So in terms of like the actual plans we made, like the whole looking for the temple and investigating the morgue, did we get anything on that front?
Yeah, we got the mystery guy that kicked Paige's ass, and something
Yeah.
about keeping the bodies from the Coliseum secured, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Come here, keyboard. It's time for you to get some use. Oh shit.
But we don't know who attacked Paige. He just looks beat up, and we're like, oh, he's okay.
Well, okay is subjective, but alive.
Oh yeah, that.
Alive and bleeding.
Not
Hey,
so
I
much
stopped the bleeding.
anymore.
Those stitches
yeah.
are now purple, like your favorite color.
Thank you.
Perhaps I should go at him with the cure wounds.
Well,
Actually-
Krell's healing word did absolutely nothing, but Hansel wasn't there for that whole discussion.
Does healing word close wounds?
No, but Krell was trying to give him general healing, and it just didn't work.
Oh, That is a worrying prospect. Perhaps we should figure out what's wrong with Paige.
Paige, to attack you.
He's too drunk to give us straight answers.
That's the mustache.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. That is helpful.
You're not even in the room right now. How are you talking to him?
So
How does Huntsville do?
you are like a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament level of pedantic. You know that?
I represent that argument.
Cards in hand. That's the most annoying question I think anyone can ask you.
What?
Cards in hand. Because you can just fucking look! You can look at it!
Fun.
That is not how you spell it. Whatever, I know what it means.
It's been a long time since I've heard the term.
Okay, so if I've got these straight, Paige was nearly killed by some mystery man at the morgue, and now he's drinking the pain away.
More or less.
I've got
Lovely.
right.
Okay, maybe we give him some water so he can sober up a bit.
Where was this morgue?
Well, yeah, that's important.
Close to the cemetery.
Close to the cemetery. Okay.
Like-
Any defining features of the man who attacked you?
Paige cast the prestidigitation to make a mustache on himself.
He's got a. Are you telling me? You telling me this man almost killed you, and the only thing you got from him was that he has a mustache?
Big fat man. Nice mustache though. And Paige starts describing the work he saw the man doing in the most technical terms possible.
Wait, the fat man with the mustache?
That's right.
Yeah, he's describing the man performing an autopsy in the most technical terms possible, is what he's trying to say.
Was the mustache like super thin, or was it like quite thick?
Paige made the exact.
Paige made the exact mustache. Like,
Then is it thick or is it thin?
Is it okay? Would since this was like in the morgue or not the morgue, the slum area, would Woods have like an idea who he's talking about?
give me a history check.
Because if it is as you say, that could be. You might have been attacked by our guy, the guy we were looking for.
You don't quite remember the man himself. As previously stated, he's one of them people that just kind of blends into the background, even in the slums.
So far, we have fat, has a mustache. What about what was he wearing? We need to. Maybe we save this for the morning when Paige is a little more present.
The problem is that the controlling Paige doesn't remember.
Well, shit.
Blame your Fantasia.
He's gonna float directly at me. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and run with the theory that Paige was probably attacked by our guy.
You think it's your guy?
I think it is. The two defining traits that we've gotten are he was fat and he has a mustache. And that is 2 out of 3 things that define the man we're looking for.
He controlled zombies. He had a zombie ogre. How can you have that in a town? The guards would ruin me if I did that.
Bitch, you unleashed a horde of zombies not too long ago.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
That's true.
Except the stranger told in the bar. Wait, I didn't go to the bar. What the fuck am I talking about?
Where did you get... You need to maybe take a nap or eat something.
Probably. Paige tries to get up, tumbling around.
Okay, I will help you to bed. It's like... It's just like the standard, like, helping an old lady across the road stance.
Yep.
It's like,
Except
okay,
the old
come on.
lady is approximately half your height.
Come on. Come on.
And just like an old lady, Paige will go telling you stories on the way.
My God. I'm not going to carry you up the stairs.
And they
You
are
better
all about
figure it
food.
out.
And they are all about food.
Oh boy. Okay. He put the child down to rest. This is... You know, I expected a lot of things to happen to me in my lifetime. Helping a drunk necromancer up the stairs to sleep as if he were a child. Not one of my finest moments.
Well, he's about the size of a child.
That's what I'm
So-
saying. He's a very... I mean, there's some sort of charm that comes from being that little, I think.
Krell just has the biggest smile across her face when you say that.
I mean, I'm not exactly the largest man myself. I think most people, most humans, apologies, are taller than me. But adult humans, which there are a lot of, I think. God, the populations must be so. Who keeps track? Does anybody keep track of that?
I don't know if there's consensus in Nevermore. I'll have to check the. No, I probably should go back to the City
maybe-
Hall. And...
Yeah,
There
maybe you
Woods
should-
goes, breaking into the records department again.
Maybe you should stay away from City Hall for a while. They're gonna notice that their shit's going missing eventually. It's like, every time we find a new file on the counter and also our curtains are missing. Like, they're gonna notice. I'm surprised they haven't noticed already.
It's the 50th time this month. Where are the curtains?
Who is the curtain ghost? You know,
It's
you've
going
got-
to start a folk tale around the town.
You know, you've got like the ghost of the Eastern Seaboard and the ghost that comes into town hall and steals curtains.
And then knockoff Scooby-Doo crew comes through.
Oh my God! I'm just inhaling a face full of incense smoke.
What?
You gotta move, little guy. Where am I gonna put you? I'm gonna put you behind my computer. He's a cute little guy, little plague doctor. My mom got me for Christmas.
Neat.
Okay. Did you go? I'm sorry. I may not have heard this. Did you go temple searching, Roots, or did you decide to hold off?
Oh no, I did. I just come to a realization. I think religion is a cult. I don't understand it.
Well, Woods, I hate to tell you this, but most cults do stem from some type of religious belief.
I just don't get
Doesn't-
it. Like, you're praying to someone else to fix your problems when you yourself can fix your own problems. That's just
Well-
bizarre.
Well, I mean that's one way to look at it, but some line that's more of a, I don't know. That's how you get like people who want reparations and things like that. That's how you start getting into scam territory. But some faiths just simply like to believe in a higher power because they like the idea that life doesn't just stop after you die. I mean, I was a man of faith before well, I'm still a man of faith. Most of my power comes from that faith, now that I think about it. Boy, it is confusing, I suppose, to someone who is trying to understand humans, or doesn't understand humans. Now that I'm trying to put it into words, it's...
The fact that Woots is trying to understand religion after meeting a literal god.
I think, well, but I think honestly, I think what's like, I don't want him to play like, oh, there's a place after organics people go when they die. I didn't know about this other place, and he thinks it more like not a, like another like spiritual place. He thinks it's like, oh, it's another like. I guess the best term was like, oh, it's like another place, like as in like in another room or another space. And so
Another
like
room.
it's kind of weird.
Some faiths like to believe there's another world, or maybe you just get reborn as another creature, or maybe as another of your species, as it is. And, you know, I don't want to declare anything is true or invalid or anything like that, because I really only know one God.
Fuse, if you go to this place when a living person dies, do you have to like believe in this one deity, or do you just go there? And if so, how do you know?
That is a very good question. I think you may have just broken religion.
Man, I really wanted to participate in that.
I think once see like consoles like all like flabbergasted like that, he'll just like pat his shoulder. Don't think too hard in the moment. Stay in the present, and I'll just like leave the room.
I mean, he's not. I suppose they're not like wrong, but like it's really hard to explain like penance and faith all in like
and the
a few moments.
Yeah, and the one afterlife story Krell knows, there are actually 2 afterlife locations.
I'll let Woots
Because there's both
have their own journey of religious discovery.
Yeah, because there's Valhalla and Helheim, depending on how you die.
Well, I suppose
I can only imagine Krell in Valhalla defeating a bunch of buffed up men every night.
My god, Crow would literally be in heaven.
I forget, Krell. Did you have any tasks lined up for the day? Did you get anything done?
The hell did Krell do?
The perfect question. I was just trying
She
to
did the
fit
worst
a
thing
bunch
she
of
could ever
thoughts
do.
up.
She acted normal again.
It was you in the shop.
That's right. She was with me in the
Yeah.
shop. She
Oh,
got
yeah.
to see. You didn't say anything. I imagine. Oh wait, no, I said everything. What am I talking about? My memory's a little.
Oh yeah, she went with you to see Zero.
I'm still a bit fuzzy after all that. Okay, well, perhaps we reconvene in the morning and figure out what our next step is.
Not a bad plan.
And then it probably. Oh wait, told me about. We should probably make some steps
What
to figure
page
out
do we
what's
hear?
wrong with Paige. Paige is Paige not receiving magical healing is a problem.
But Quill will fly around the house to go rest.
She's just an owl.
Yeah. Just flying around the house. Looking for Paige.
Because the door's closed, so he can't get in.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
It will start scratching. anything that needs to open.
We taught it how to use potions, but not doorknobs.
I think doorknobs are too heavy for a little while.
I don't know, man. Birds
Like
are-
a quill is from a race that is very tiny. I think the name is Tiny Owl actually.
Quite possibly.
Depends on what kind of doorknobs we have. If they're like traditional, normal, round doorknobs, sure. But if
Yeah.
they're like lever doorknobs, anything can open that shit. Oh yeah, I don't have to sleep. I can just
You do activities.
do activities. I can continue trying to connect dots on something I don't understand.
A lot of that going around.
Destroyed his face.
How did I get myself into this?
Oh yeah, then Carl spent a bunch of time meditating with Loki, speaking in tongues. That's what she did for the rest of the day.
I've got all this time. Maybe I should go. Nah. I'll save my own sewer delving for later. We have work to do.
Okay, so Paige's owl is 7 inches tall.
Ah. Yeah, probably not the type of owl that could open doors. We need to make like little bird doors on all the doors for him to fly through.
So, like, 2 of them? Maybe 3?
Yeah, two doors. The doors where Paige goes most frequently. So like the dining hall, the war room, and his room.
We could probably make it lower so Long can go as well.
Make a little platform.
And
Yeah.
Woots' ghost cat,
And what's his
Yeah.
ghost cat?
who still doesn't have a
Friendly
name.
house. She just calls it cat.
We are.
No, I think I named it. Let's see. I know I put it on my character feed.
We are.
I don't know, maybe I forgot to name it.
One poor remake of the Addams Family.
No, I named it.
Which one does that make you?
Random cat charm. Yeah, I named him Cole.
I don't know anything about the Addams Family, so.
Alright, how did you spell that?
As like the Cole, the Coal. Cole.
Alright.
I should probably call him Soot or something like that, but I'm like, for some reason I just stuck with that and didn't change it. So I guess his name's Cole.
Interestingly enough, my real life cat's name is Cinder for that exact reason. She just looks like a little
It was
ball.
meant to be then.
She just looks like a little ball of ash when she was a baby. So that's what I named her.
I just
Aw.
call my cat whatever I feel like that day. But she
Yeah.
responds to BB.
She responds to just about every pet name you could imagine under the sun, but she doesn't come unless you say her name.
Yeah.
Most of my dogs have the name of some movie or game I played before getting them.
I can respect that.
One is Yoshi. The other two is this what I didn't choose, but one was from I think it's Ice Age in English, called Amora, and yeah, you must take note that there is a dub here, so if the names don't match, it's because of that.
Quite
And
possibly.
the other one,
Which
the other one is
which character is it? So we could have a frame of reference.
it's the daughter of the mammoth.
Okay, I don't remember.
I haven't
Was it
seen them.
Peaches?
I heard they're not very good.
I don't know. I don't remember them. Just remember because the name came from there.
Fair enough.
And
And that's
the
more
oth-
impactful than anything.
Yep, and the other one came from Up. Mr. Frederiksen, who you just call Fred, or his nickname Gordo, which means fat. Because he's fat. He's a chunky boy.
but there's a lot of aluminum.
Yeah, it's
Gotta fly
peaches
to
here.
Let's be just
Peaches.
Oh,
It's an entirely different fruit here.
Smack my mic.
woo!
But
All the time.
yeah.
I don't think I have anything to gain from a long rest.
I don't either,
do
but I'm hitting the
all
button
my spell
anyway.
slots.
Yeah.
The button is
I
so
must
handy.
I must thank Woods again for just saying how those buttons existed.
Yeah. But yeah, the next
well.
morning comes. What did Hansel and Woods spend their extra time doing? Because they only have to rest for 6 hours.
Yeah, I think for those 6 hours, I probably just meditated, just like kind of zoned out for a bit, and then like, oh, I'm up again. And
I think it's
killing
still
time.
8 hours for me. It's just I don't have to sleep for those 8 hours.
Really? I thought trance was. Oh wait, yeah,
No, it's not trance. It's
Oh,
it's
wait.
an aspect of the moon.
Yeah, I was
It's
thinking
an invocation.
the elf
Yeah, I get
trance.
Nah. To gain, I can spend all 8 hours doing light activity. So
Yeah.
probably reading the Book of Shadows. I got, and I'm like, this is written in a tongue I don't understand. God damn it! I need to talk to that guy one of these days. I made the circle and everything. I need to. I went to the effort of finding some cleared out place in the sewers that I still have to clean. And
Just notice we have a second bathroom now.
No, we've always had that.
We always have.
Yeah, we had a room for bathing and a room for doing our business.
Oh, okay. Okay. I am 100% sure that's new, but you can say so.
That's been there since version 1, okay?
first, food. I didn't eat yesterday.
God damn it.
Oh.
Eh. Gotta reorder all the tokens. Ugh. Anybody else sleep like a rock?
I didn't sleep at all.
That-
I had the best night's sleep in years.
I had a
That's
good
good.
meditation.
Also, for
Yep.
some reason, I don't have a hangover.
Oh. I heard those can be unpleasant.
Well, that's good.
It is. It's just weird.
Maybe you can give us some more accurate descriptions of what happened now.
Maybe you didn't drink that much that we thought, you're building up a tolerance.
Is that, or he
What?
just
There are
gets drunk
5
fast?
wine bottles that are empty in my room. I don't think I have built up a tolerance.
I didn't go in your rooms, I wouldn't know.
5?
Well, Paige's first. Paige's.
Damn, Paige, how are you standing up?
How are you
That's my
alive? I remember not too long ago, only several months in game ago, where you had your very first glass of alcohol with a fucking spoon. Top shelf dwarven meat, and you got drunk instantly. And then here we are.
Lord. What do we, who bought the wine? What proof was it? You are in... Whatever.
But yeah, I got what you were referencing.
Okay. So we need to maybe plan a bit for today. I suppose we could save that for the war room. It's breakfast time.
Yes, it is. And
Is your
Shori
bird
soon
eating?
joins us, setting the table with lots of lovely breakfast pastries.
Lovely. Very homey.
Good morning, Mr. Shari. Mrs. Shari.
And good morning to you, Master Page.
Though living on the coast, there was a lot of bagels and lox. Still good. People think it's weird to put smoked fish on a semi-sweet baked good, but it's not. It's quite good. I'm a fan.
Hey, Joshua, where's your sister?
She's still in bed. She's not feeling very well today.
Wait. That's a worrying prospect. Is she ill or just like not in like a bad mood?
Well, I'm no doctor, but I think she just has a cold.
Hmm. Very well.
Man, imagine if any of the people that worked or lived here had proficiency in medicine.
We've got two people who can cure disease at a touch, though. Funny how that works.
I think
Oh, we can take her
Spoon
up some
probably
tea.
can cure that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have something in my arsenal that lets me cure disease.
Probably.
Or maybe I don't.
By this point, Krell just has like 3 eclairs stuffed into her mouth.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. Spoon can touch someone and an illness just disappears, so they'll be fine.
Paige is eating, and with his telekinesis, he's using a napkin to like do all sorts of theories on why he's not a hangover or dead.
Just yelling obscenities and trying to figure out why the math doesn't work.
At that point,
Huh. How do you somehow manage to make even breakfast still chaotic?
I don't know. It's my nature.
Yes, I suppose so. Okay.
Speaking of that,
Actually-
Joshua, would you and your sister like to learn magic?
Well, I don't know if we have a predisposition for it, but we could always try.
I will give you some classes later.
I look forward to it.
It's always good to have apprentices. By the way, Paige is probably the best teacher in the world because all his magic formula is made for lazy people. So they're like 100 times simpler.
That checks out. He's like, oh, why is this formula like 3 pages long? Let's just move this around, and now it's only 2 lines. We're good.
We're good. It's still a little bit long. Let's abbreviate that.
Let's get it down to maybe a few words.
A few words, a single sentence.
But yeah, I imagine Paige went to great lengths to make his casting easier.
Oh, you are 100% right in that. Like anime dad, he only says a single word 3 times.
On the mean side, most of Krell's casting is yelling at things.
Mine just kind of happens.
You gotta pray to a god.
Well, the prayer already happened. Now I have the spells.
Ugh. But yeah, Krell's gonna wolf down like 3 goblins' fills worth of treats. We probably shouldn't be giving her sugar at all, but here we are.
Oh, she'll be fine. Let the girl indulge every now and then. She's had a hard life. What's a little sugar going to do?
You think she's a spaz now?
Paige probably eats the same amount as Krell, but like every day. No halfling life.
Don't tell the
We
Yeah,
have
and
breakfast,
halflings
second
have their, like,
breakfast.
11Z's.
Seven Hobbit
11Z's.
meals, right?
Yep. Paige makes sure
Breakfast,
to eat
second
every
breakfast,
single one.
11Z, lunch, dinner, and supper.
And supper. And sometimes we have the midnight snack.
You know probably where all of our food cost goes. Nobody tell the goblin about the caffeine. I fear we'll be in for a much more dangerous problem.
She did have coffee once.
Oh no.
I think it was Paige
No.
that gave it to her.
You know, I do remember someone once describing Monster as goo pumped out of the core by evil goblins. So it might be Krell's kind of drink.
Very possibly.
Ugh, it tastes like fucking goo pumped out of the core of the earth.
By goblins.
By evil goblins.
Why does it have to be evil go?
Because anyone pumping shit out of the core of the earth can't be doing it for good reasons.
I'm trying to come up with an example, but...
Oil companies.
They're definitely not doing that for good reasons.
True.
Yeah, I got nothing.
We don't have any ghouls that are in the ground.
The
that
only
get
example
pumped out.
I can think of is when Cooler did it in Return of Cooler, and he was a full villain. So, you know, probably not great.
But, yeah, we got more planning to do once breakfast is over.
What the
Can I
fuck do we
have-
do next?
Can I have Churi make me a tray of tea and like toast so I can bring it to the other child?
Of course,
Real
Master
quick, just
Woots.
to check on her.
That's a good idea. That's a good thing, Woods. Good job.
Would show
I can just
hurriedly...
imagine what's getting there. So tell me about what is sickness?
What's
I
your
know it's-
stance on religion?
I know about sickness. I lived in the slums. People get there sick all the time. Gosh.
Well, yeah,
Yes, I'll go check on her.
Tori will quickly return with a tray of a tea kettle that's been warmed just above room temperature for optimal enjoyment. You're not quite sure what kind of tea it is exactly, but it
I
smells
assume it's
delicious. More than
I
likely.
can't smell, so I assume it's. I guess that's normal.
Also,
Anyway.
warn her if she has a magic class next time I have free time.
Ugh.
Okay, well,
Knock on the door and I'll enter when she comes, or if she lets me in.
Yeah, she calls you in.
Okay.
Her voice sounds a bit
Oh,
weaker
little-
than normal.
What's that?
Her voice sounds a little bit weaker than normal.
Oh. Does she really look bad, or like is this like a normal sickness, like from the slums, or I don't know. Um,
It's not. She doesn't look terrible. Like,
okay,
it just seems to be like a common illness. Like, nothing
gotcha,
worse than like a cold or a flu. If Woots is a frame
gotcha.
for reference of that.
I just know if things get sick. I just don't know how to help them. Anyway, hello, little one.
Hello there, Woots. What can I do for you?
We heard you weren't feeling well, so I made sure, or hopefully made sure, that you at least get something to drink and eat.
Oh,
You need to
thank
keep
you.
up your strength.
Thank you. It is much appreciated. Don't ask me why Lyra has a completely different accent than her brother.
That's backstory stuff.
I just assume it's like, oh, they're siblings and like not probably related. What's it like? Probably no, kind of slightly, siblings. Um, how do you feel?
I've been better. I guess I mostly just feel warm. A bit
Really, I think
feverish.
I think Woods would like lean in real close to see if there's like any steam or like what's warmed like for flesh. You're not steaming, so I suppose that's good.
I don't think organic beings steam.
Well, you're sick, so you're probably not thinking clearly. I think I put my hand on her head just to make sure.
But yeah, she definitely feels warm to the touch.
Hmm. Well, we're probably gonna go out. Do you want me to keep an eye out for anything you might like?
I've always been fond of berries, particularly the little red ones.
I'll see what I can do.
I would be ever grateful.
Alright
Are
then.
there berries in the Underdark?
Well, I guess there are.
I think once we kind of like have a tray on the table, and I don't know, it's gonna be awkward not to try. We'll get some rest. Try to eat something. Drink a lot of liquids. Feel better, like a nice little tap on the head, and then I think I'm gonna leave.
She snuggles deeper into the blankets and tries to rest.
I think I'll return to the war room because I assume that's where everyone's gonna go.
Where the rest of us have probably been chatting shit for the last like 5 minutes.
Okay, well, don't need to get personal, okay? I didn't choose to do that. It just kind of ended up like this. It's not my fault.
That's what they all say.
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of time to reflect on things. So, I'm pretty sure it's not my fault.
Yes, we all make pacts with dangerous gods by accident.
Isn't that
Oh.
what happened to you, Crow?
Loki's hardly dangerous, at least to me.
That's what I say about Kingston. He doesn't hurt me. It just made me look a little funny.
You know what? It's kind of fun that 3 people in this room made pacts with dangerous gods.
And the other one doesn't
Oh.
understand them.
Yeah. Okay. So we're a little lost, but that's okay. So based on your update, Woods, I take it you did not find the temple we were looking for.
No. However, I did find some potential neighborhoods that might be good.
Okay, that's good. Get the map out and you can point out where they are with one of Spoon's red crayons.
Right. I think I grabbed an orange one.
Are there red crayons eaten?
No, but the
think
blue ones
Boots-
are. And if you
Oh,
get that
okay,
reference, I love you.
Oh, I have no idea. I assume it's got to be like some type of like war comedy movie.
No.
Damn. So I thought it was gonna be like a whole Marines eat crayons and glue thing.
Wow.
Search
Anyway.
That's just a joke. That's a popular joke. I promise I'm not just an asshole.
You
I
could
don't
be
have
two
any strong feelings
things.
about the military either way. Well, that's not true.
Okay, I want to know what reference is that.
Yeah, you gotta tell us.
I gotta remember what the hell it's from. Give me a second.
You bastard.
I remembered the reference, but not what it's from.
I think I've done that before.
The first thing that pops up is, do Marines really eat crayons? Only the red ones.
Yeah, no, I searched that. That's why I remembered it.
I told you, Marines eat crayons and drink glue.
I think my phone can hear you.
Yeah, they're listening constantly.
Yep, how did my phone hear you through my headset?
I don't know. Probably took that information. I mean, if it's the same Google account, then I mean, probably just took what it. Probably scanned the audio, took it, and just funneled it forward.
A Marine Corps veteran actually developed crayons that are edible.
Crayons are edible. You can eat wax. You'll be fine. If
But no.
Homer Simpson can eat it, then I can eat it.
Well, Homer Simpson also stuffed it up his nose.
Yeah,
at one
well,
time.
Crayons are fine to eat after all. Quist ed pessimum quod fieri potuit.
what?
It's on our crest.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, that's right. What's the worst that could happen?
But yeah, I cannot for the life of me remember where it's from, but the reference is to someone saying, I like blue crayons the best because they taste the best, or something like that. I'm not quoting verbatim. But they like all crayons, but blue is the best because they taste good. Something like that. I don't remember what the fuck it's from. But, the hell are we talking about?
Talking about
If
Boots'
Spoon ate the crayons.
So I looked up. I like blue crayons the best, and the first link is 10 crayon flavors Marines are sure to love.
It's from Dragon Ball.
Is it?
I don't know. I found a tweet about that.
Could be. But,
Anyway, this game we're playing.
yeah, this game we're playing. So yeah, Woots draws the locations on the map.
Yeah, but however, they're related to, like, where's a good thieving spot? Like, oh,
Yeah.
I found that tapestry.
Yeah, the
That's
buildings
what
you're
I'm
planning
looking-
on robbing rather than the actual temples,
Yeah,
which Hanzo would recognize don't match up to the temples list he gave you at all.
he didn't ask a specific question, so I just went on like, oh, yes, I found some potential areas. That's what I found.
Okay, so what do we still have to do that we have information for?
Well, from the bare minimum that Paige gave us, we think that the man at the morgue is possibly the mortician. Did you remember
He
any details since last night, Paige?
he looked very shifty.
What about I know he was taller than you probably, but like
Yeah, but
was
not by much, not by much. He was a short man.
okay, was he so about shorter than me, you'd say?
I think so.
Above average
Okay.
human height.
Yeah, okay, so he's
He was above
about
average
average.
height for the time.
So he's about average or above average. So that's another good step. That's another indicator that it might be our guy.
Yeah,
If you don't,
and I must say he did sound creepy.
did he
Like
have an
mo mo
urn? Do you remember an urn?
an urn.
He
Yeah,
didn't.
an urn, a brass urn.
He was
I
not
remember that?
carrying one.
He was not
Yeah,
carrying.
he was not carrying one.
Okay, well, so
He
we've ticked
was
about five. We've
good.
ticked about three things.
Yeah, he was very good with bodies. Not as good as me, of course, but he knew his stuff.
And you said he had a zombie ogre.
Yep.
I mean, if
In
there's anybody who could be our guy,
in
You
town,
wanna?
how do you have a zombie ogre in town in public and no one baits an eye?
I'd say that is the
Bats
most
an eye.
solid lead we've got on him right now.
Well,
So
hey,
we'll
you
say
spot him.
for
Is there anything we should be cautious of?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I think he can see invisible people.
That's troublesome.
Because he found me in an instant. Also, he's for some reason likes to use hammers, even though he's a spellcaster. And he's immune to necrotic damage, probably.
How about his attacking styles? I mean, you said he had a hammers or in some magic.
Yeah, he casted some spells and he had a hammer, which he tried to beat me with it.
He did hit you with it once.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he was furious with that hammer, knocking on the wall without any type of patience. Also, he tried to kill a child.
Okay, yeah, this is probably our guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't want
was
to make,
his.
I don't want
It
to make
was
any
my-
rash assumptions, but that sounds pretty fucked up and maybe evil. So
Yeah,
we should
it was
probably
my-
make a bigger. Go ahead, sorry.
It was my illusory clone disguised as a child, but he did try to kill it.
So, okay, that changes things. So he either saw through the illusion, or he did try to kill you as a child.
Nah, he didn't think it was illusion at the time.
Okay, yeah. We should maybe keep this morgue in mind for later, because that's probably him.
Yeah, it was really close to the cemetery we met.
And then,
Which, by the way,
uh,
funnily enough, all the graves are filled back. Almost all, at least.
oh, good. That's not good news.
Yeah, by the way, did anyone come hitting on our door about any missing bodies?
Not that I remember.
Good.
Though I was resting a good chunk of yesterday after we got home. So okay. And then I imagine it wouldn't be hard for the four of us to patrol those neighborhoods. Maybe in groups of two. I would say that would work best.
Yep, we lost Woots.
No, I'm
Oh,
still
no.
here.
Yeah,
Oh, is my internet not working?
Maybe
Yeah.
instead of
I can
patrol,
hear
it's
you,
just-
but you're not on roll 20 anymore, apparently.
Oh,
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 Oh yeah, you're not. That's weird.
Okay, well,
Well, and so since we know where he works, maybe it's best to prepare an ambush instead of patrolling the area.
No, I was just saying that could be for later when we decide to actually look in those neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, that's
Since
true.
another member is over there. But yeah, I think maybe preparing an assault on this morgue is a good idea. Do we need to? I suppose it's
You know-
possible not all of them are henchmen or evil. It's just maybe this one guy.
If he works for them, it's an our list.
Fair enough.
Also, I know the syndicate and the mortician is important, but we are almost out of funds. We only have enough to still pay the people that we hired.
That is a problem.
You really don't remember what the wages we set for them were.
It was all about like a few gold for each.
And there were some different rates, but they were all less than 10 gold.
Yeah,
Oh,
for a week, I
so-
think, or a month.
Yeah, it was a week.
Oh, a week.
So we have funds for a
So-
little while.
We might need to do some money making. How did
What are our options? We got
get a
them.
job?
Nah, that's too much work. Paige is going to start raising his fingers. We have the Colosseum, we can do a heist, we can steal, we can...
we still have those gems we need appraised.
We still have those gems.
Or they could be rocks, I'm not quite sure.
Don't we still have to go get the hammer? I mean, we've got the gauntlets and belt now.
Oh,
yeah.
we should probably do that. Did he say there was I forget. Is there a specific place we need to go?
I think he just said not to do it inside of the Underdark.
Okay, so we maybe need to leave town for a while.
Or at least go
I mean, that's like
outside.
Yeah, that's like a there and back kind of thing. We could probably do that in a couple hours.
Probably.
Yep, let's do that. We have too much under the Underdark to stay away for a while.
If nothing
Yeah,
less,
but-
it gets us a more powerful weapon to fight back with.
That
Yep.
too, yeah.
We
Okay,
just
I
need a
suppose.
worthy champion.
Yeah. The only question is, who's gonna be the first to try? Because one of you has the belt and one of you has the gauntlets.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to pick somebody. Somebody has to decide to do it.
I vote for Spoon.
Yeah, we should probably bring him. He's probably a good factor on that front.
Yes, but is it wise to leave something so powerful to someone that isn't actively assisting us?
That's true. Well, if he ends up being the only one able to wield it in the active party,
Fair.
it's better that somebody has it instead of nobody, you know? So I think we should at least bring him.
Yeah, he is thinking of retiring, but I think he's going to be he's going to find it hilarious to hold the weapon of a god.
Well,
Interestingly
Maybe-
enough, only two of us at the table here could even wield it if we
Oh.
were deemed worthy. Only two of us are
Um,
proficient in martial weapons.
yeah, I know I'm one of them.
So's Krell.
So me and Krell are able to use it.
Yeah, if we're deemed worthy, but
If
Krell's
we're
got the
deemed
soul of Loki in her, so
So perhaps we should cobble together a wagon and be on our way.
well, it does give us an excuse to get Maurice some exercise. I think he's
That is
getting
true.
fat.
Yes, I see Spoon go out there sometimes and try and teach him how to box. It doesn't work very well. He doesn't see he like shadow boxes the air for a moment, then he tells him to try it, and nothing happens.
You know, I know this sounds crazy, but I think that bull is really good at fighting.
Better than most bulls.
No, I mean better than some people. I've seen him do some crazy shit out there.
Yeah, he almost killed you once.
Imagine
but
if
how
we
do you know
entered
that?
him in like a matador match.
Oh boy. Can we do that? It's going to be
He could
hilarious.
maybe be a good show animal. Hey, hold on now. Perhaps once we get him into shape. Yeah, Spoon taught him like what 2 maneuvers.
I believe
That's-
so.
That's pretty good for your standard farm animal.
Didn't you give him player levels at some point?
Yeah. Well, he's got a player character sheet and player stats, but yeah, he does have 2 different maneuvers. He's got distracting strike and trip attack.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god.
Because you trained him enough to give him the martial adept feat.
What do I need to do to make our boy
To give him
Maurice?
magic initiate?
no, to give him warlock power?
Oh, you're gonna be his fucking like lich patron!
I guess that's something we'll just have to figure out through trial and error. That's great, though.
I will
We're gonna march into the final battle with the most overpowered ox on the planet.
Oh yeah. And he's got a he's going to get a lich patron that's going to be very angry if something happens to him.
Oh my god. Okay.
And this is why I take everything you guys say literally, and why we have Maurice the totally not stolen oxen.
Alright. Who would have thought that one guy who was here for like
2
4
sessions.
2 sessions managed to do something that's so long staying?
Yeah. Whew.
Okay, well, let's someone go tell Spoon that we're headed off for the hammer then. I will prep Maurice, I suppose.
I already told him, sent him a message.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I have that spell too. I should have done that.
Why? I think he's in the other room.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it has a decent range. He's like fucking Spoon's like going mad on his room. He's like, shut up, got dressed up and god damn it. You're too busy trying to
I was gonna sleep in today, damn it.
I was doing yard work the other day, trying to help the kids out, and one of them's sick, and I just fucking get you lay on hands. Why do I keep forgetting I can do that? Okay. And I guess Hansel's gonna head out to saddle up Maurice. Hello, my friend. I know we haven't talked much, but it's time to work a little.
Maurice kind of shudders away from you a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. I think someone else should probably do this. I'm not. Yeah, I understand. It's okay. I understand why you're doing that.
Animals don't vibe well with undeath.
Yeah, it's okay. We can still be friends, though, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Thank you.
Wouldn't an ox be quite the view here in the Underdark? I don't imagine there are many cows here.
Well, There's probably some form of cattle. It might not be the ones you're used to. Well, there is like a whole religion that breeds spiders, so...
Oh,
Hmm.
I visit that temple. Yeah, it was okay.
That's one of the
It's okay,
main
too many
temples,
spiders,
too.
though.
I'm sorry.
came
They
out
breed.
fun with-
Wait. Hold on. I just processed. You said they breed spiders?
Yeah, big-ass spiders.
They're cute when
Ugh.
they're small.
Let me see if I can remember
I
which
want
one it is
one.
here.
I don't.
Here's the
I
only
am
thing. I'm
deathly
afraid
afraid of
of most
spiders.
insects. Like if I see a cockroach, I paralyze on the spot. But I like spiders.
One time, I put on my favorite sweatshirt, and there was a cockroach crawling around inside it.
Yeah, the Temple of Ladigur.
Yeah, that sounds like a spider breeding place. Lavender.
I like
There's-
spiders. I want a giant one as a pet.
Yeah, they're
hate
super
spiders.
militaristic, and they breed steeders, which are large, monstrous riding spiders.
Ah, no!
I want one.
I've seen like a GIF going around of a guy who has like spiders crawling out of his mouth because he's like trained to do that. I'm like, why would you ever fucking do that?
Because spiders are cool.
They're not.
Yeah. They eat other insects. That's all they need to be cool.
Yeah,
I hate spiders.
they keep all the other bugs out of my house, and therefore
Well,
I leave them alone.
I don't wish extinction on anything because that'll ruin the environment. I hate
I
snakes.
do. Cockroaches,
probably-
mosquitoes, they can go.
I think they probably do something that's important.
I don't care.
Wasps,
Let-
on the other hand, we've got like 3 other insects that do what they do, and they do it better. So wasps can fuck off. We don't need them.
But you're really not gonna like one of my villains.
Ugh.
Please let me spiders. Please let me spiders.
It's bugs
the
in
main
general.
Did the main villain in the last one have 2 giant spiders as his like allies? That we fucked up, by the way.
When I was a kid, I kept the spiders. A
The black spider had a pair of giant spiders with him.
Yeah. I'm gonna be right back.
pet. When I was a kid, I had a giant spider in a glass that I kept as a pet.
Interesting.
It died because I was dumb and didn't feed anything.
Of course.
I didn't know spiders had to eat. I was a child.
Yeah, I suppose we get all prepared for a long journey, get some extra rations together, get our
Look for
traveling.
someplace
Sorry.
with red berries when we're looking for supplies and such. Or was that just mostly at the house?
Yeah, you can find some berries in one of the food stalls on your way to the market.
Cool. I don't pay for it. I try to steal it
Sleight of hand?
because I don't have any money. 5, 20.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah. Just wandering by, you're letting your clothes that are just loosely flowing around you cover up the stall for an instant as you scoop out a handful of the small red berries. You're not quite sure what kind of berries these are, but they look like the ones that were described to you, so...
Oh.
Does Woods
I was
eat,
probably, like,
or
sitting
you
in the
just
back
like
of the wagon.
likes to watch people eat?
Okay, honestly, I think I sit around and watch you guys eat, just more for like being around people and like talking to them more than the social aspect to it than the actual, you guys consuming food.
Sounds
I
about
don't-
right.
I can just imagine people eating and Woods just staring at the plate.
It's not so much at the plate. It's more like always like turning my head, watching you guys. If there's a conversation, I'll kind of stare at you guys and kind of be engaged, but not really because it's between you guys. But I'm playing.
Why do you put that white thing above your food?
For what?
Someone passed the salt. Why are you putting that white thing over your food? Does it taste good?
Why do you eat
Because
the rocks?
Because salt makes things taste good. That's a fact.
Oh, that's good to know.
You don't use like the full rock version of salt. You have to like crumble it and make it into a fine powder.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and never confuse sugar with salt if you are making food.
Yeah, they look very similar, but they are two different things.
Interestingly enough, Krell doesn't like salty food.
Well, look, I mean, it doesn't have to be salty. It just salt makes things taste good.
I'm going to go with
It
Krell.
does-
Krell
brings
prefers
out
the sweet and savory.
I too enjoy myself a sweet snack, but growing up on the coast, salted fish was a lot of my diet.
I
Fish.
hate both salty stuff and fish, so
Fish, grain, bread. Homely food. It's very simple. I had a lot of stews growing up. Fish stews. And crab. And lobster.
What's
And-
the difference between a stew and a soup? I'm curious to know.
Well-
Stews, I believe. I actually don't know. I wanted to say something. I don't know. I do not
soup
have an
is
answer.
more liquidy. When you let soup evaporate a bit, it becomes stew when the liquid gets thicker.
Ah. Most stews also have large chunks in them.
Well, so do soups, I believe.
Well, some soups, but soup is
What's that
typically
one the
thinner
kids
than
like to
stew.
eat? Oh yeah, the chicken noodle.
Yes. Those are typically thinner than stews, much thinner. So think of it like compare water to what's a thick liquid? Honey. Compare water to honey. That is basically the difference.
Okay, so the dictionary definition is that stews are generally thicker than soups, being made up primarily of larger solid chunks of ingredients. In other words,
Good job,
stews
Paige.
are thicker and
Thank you.
chunkier and always have solid ingredients.
Yeah, I
Uh,
figured that was the case, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong.
Generally speaking, if there's so much liquid that the ingredients are fully submerged, it's a soup.
Oh.
Oh.
I was right.
Look at that, we learned something
Oh.
today.
I learned that yesterday, I think.
Quite possibly. But yeah, we make all our preparations. Woots comes back from his stroll to the market. And we've got pretty much everything we need packed onto the cart.
Give the kid her berry. Yeah.
She is very excited and happy to have some of her favorite, which turn out to actually be cherries.
Cherry.
Oh, that is a good feeling.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'd go to the house and be like, "What is this?" To the chef. I want to make sure I got the right one.
Yeah, Troy would have clarified it for you. There are actually
What's the
several
lady?
small red berries.
Ooh, cherries. Now I know.
But we get all packed up and make our way out of Nevermore for the first time in months. I get to actually bring us to the Faerun map that we never use.
Woo!
Do like this map.
Yeah. I have this exact map on my wall, right above my monitor. It's all laminated and shit. Looks real nice. I think it came with either the Dungeon Master's Guide or I just bought it separately. Something like that. But, yeah. So yeah, we make our way out of Nevermore, out into the fields beyond the bridge. We
What
fi-
time of day it is?
Probably mid-morning.
Or-
Okay, this is good. We need to
Yeah, the
find,
ceiling's
like,
all wrong though.
We need to find.
Yeah, this is the first time that Woots has been out of Nevermore.
No,
Yeah.
No, Woods, that is the sky. There is no ceiling.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it's the
Possibly.
ceiling. There's some caverns where it's just like this and they glow a bit.
No,
Speaking of,
no,
what's that fire over there? The ball of fire.
That's
You
the
should-
sun.
Yeah, don't start too much of this.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't. I'm not sure if it can affect Warforged eyes, but for most people, looking at the sun can damage your eyes permanently.
Because if it's too
You know-
great for you to stand.
What?
Well, if you can't stare at it, you can't look at it. Doesn't that mean it's too great to
No,
look
there's
at?
science behind it. I think it's because of the. Yes.
It's bad if you look directly at it.
Yeah, you can. It can be in like your peripheral, and you'll be fine. But if
I
you
think
stare
what kind of
directly
leans
at-
for, like, it's not an eldritch horror, is it? I heard they're bad to stare at.
No.
No, no,
It's a star. Have you heard of stars, Woots?
Of course I have. It's the shape.
No. God! How can such an adept murderer be like a child?
No. Hansel,
Right
let me
here,
explain.
buddy.
Okay, no, you.
Hansel, let me
I-
explain. You see,
Okay, yes, please.
stars, they are like big balls of energy, constantly exploding and producing heat and light.
That sounds
sun-
awesome.
It is awesome. The sun is a star, although it's very close to our planet.
It's also
So-
a very big one, so we don't have to worry about it exploding for a long time.
So it's a grand entity that's always overhead.
It's
Yes,
not
but
living.
it's not
It doesn't
sentient.
live. It is a. It is
It
just
doesn't
a
live.
thing. Think of it more as an object than a being.
And if you were to get out of the planet by any means, you would eventually get into a type of shell that covers our system.
Oh, so
Yes,
there's
if you-
another. There's something above this ceiling?
Yes, and if you manage to break out of the shell, probably by a spell jammer, you would get to the field of stars, or the astral plane. And that is a whole new place.
Hey, Krell, I've heard a myth that if blind people look at the sun, they can see a dot. Is that true?
Well, it's never happened to me.
Have you ever looked at the sun?
How am I supposed to know which direction it is?
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tilt your head in the direction of the sun, and you're going to tell me if you see anything.
Well, what if it takes her soul?
It's not going to take her soul. It doesn't do that.
Don't stare into the sun.
You've got good advice, Woods, but but for the wrong reasons. It's just don't worry. I have anti-soul stealing measures.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
I'm an insight check and I know you're lying.
I mean, technically, I'm not lying.
A page can save souls. Well, Mars like trap them.
I am technically telling the truth.
Uh,
No, I can't do this. Don't stare into the sun, Krill.
Okay, alright, we won't make her look at the sun. It was just a curious idea. So, I think we're, looking for like a good hill or secluded field?
well, we did travel through quite a large field to get here from the main road. We are on the
Perfect.
Blue Axe.
Yeah, let's just find like a good spot here.
We'll probably not want to be like directly in front of the mouth of the cave, so we'll probably want to head
Across
some
the
distance
I
away.
cannot see a blue X.
Travel for a few hours. God, I really am a long way from home.
Oh, it's on the wrong layer, apparently.
Oh,
Boy, how did that happen?
oh, there we go.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it was on the GM layer.
Strange.
So yeah, let's find a nice little hill and give everything to Spoon.
Well, we probably would have given it to him at the start of the
Yeah.
morning, because he would have to take
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time to attune to it.
Yeah, that.
We probably might want to start with the people in the in the active party, right?
Yeah,
Because Spoon's probably like a shoe-in.
yeah.
He's a real
Like, we would have brought him
Good
with
Boy
us,
Scout.
but we want to test out everybody else first.
Who are we most confident in next to Spoon?
Well, who's the physically strongest? Without the equipment, I should say.
That's a not me. I have mine's a 12.
Krell has an
So-
8.
Okay, so what about Woots?
10.
I don't even have to ask about Paige. Paige probably has a -2.
I have 6 strength.
So yeah, -2.
So yeah, what's Woots looking at?
I have just a +0 to strength.
Okay, so I'm the next strongest next to Spoon.
God, that is a strength gap and change right there.
It sure is. Spoon has a 20 and I have a 12.
Alrighty. So, Hansel dons the
will-
equipment.
I actually only if we looked at it like previously, I would only have to attune to the other gauntlets because I already had the belt on.
Yeah. Well, you had the belt. You never specifically equipped it.
Yeah, that's probably true. Probably should have specified
Yeah.
at some point that I should put it on. I had like 8 hours to do it the other night.
Yeah. But, now attuned to the gauntlet and the belt, you're not quite sure what to do, but you find a suitable location with which to attempt to summon the hammer. With armaments donned and ready, you call out across the vastness of the realms to the divine weapon. You feel a slight, almost magnetic pull as the armaments begin to take their effects. Several minutes slowly tick by, and nothing seems to be happening.
I think the
you
sun might have
okay
had
up
it.
there?
Do I still feel that little magnetic pull?
Very, very,
Faint?
yeah, faintly.
Come on. Ugh.
Is
I don't
anything
know.
happening up there?
I feel like I'm being barely pulled forward slightly.
Do a
So I'm
flip.
not doing that because I heard that's a bad thing.
Flip! I need to concentrate. Give me a second, please.
He's standing there, arm outreached, reaching out for something you're not even sure is coming.
Come on.
And just as you begin to give up hope, a fiery light streaks across the sky.
Oh shit. Oh god. Okay, here we go.
The light grows bigger and brighter as it seems to be coming straight for the party.
Woods, the
I'm
sun
gonna
is
catch you.
attacking us!
Run!
I'm gonna catch the sun!
The massive fireball rips through the air, scorching treetops as it passes through, before making a thunderous impact with the ground just a few meters away, sending soil, rocks, and each of you flying away from its radius in a violent shockwave.
Jesus.
Can I cast Featherfall on the party?
Uh,
You don't gotta cast it on me. I can fly.
yeah, but can you reactively do that?
I mean, I would assume so.
And we're not really sent far enough into the air to take falling damage anyway.
There you go.
We're
Oh,
mostly just
thankfully.
getting knocked back onto our asses.
Wow! Thing's crazy!
See, you can't keep talking about the sun like that.
Would I be worried that it didn't... Well, maybe I'll just try to pick it up. And then we'll see what happens.
I don't know when it crashed first.
Regaining your footing, you look to the point of impact to behold an oddly shaped hammer that radiates divine energy in the form of arcing lightning.
Ah, good. This is a feeling I'm semi-familiar with. Yep. No time like the present. Let's do this.
Alright, so I'm guessing you jump down into the crater.
Page
Just
to
gonna-
page
just
to
gonna-
Krell.
Gonna fly down there.
Page to Krell. Thank God he can't lift it.
I heard that, you know.
No, you didn't.
Well, if you say it, then that means I didn't hear it.
Usually when Paige does stuff like that, he's using message.
True. I got this.
Alright, with gauntlets in hand, and you shimmy the belt up a little bit more. Try and get every ounce of strength. You reach down and grip the handle, and you hear these words in your mind. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Okay. What's the third to the spectrum, you know? Come on.
Alright, firstly, religion check.
Religion check. I think I'm good at those. Yeah, I'm okay at them.
You should be good at those.
15.
Not bad.
I didn't take proficiency in religion because the actual religious aspect wasn't really that relevant to Hansel since he was kind of like a chosen one.
More or less. But yeah, you focus everything you have, all your beliefs, trying to muster up every little bit of energy and whatever you think might make you worthy. Just focus that right in the center of your mind, and you try to lift the hammer.
Ah, come on!
And
Use your
everything.
knees!
I don't need lifting advice right now! I don't go to the gym!
Have you tried saying please?
Please!
For just a moment, you think that the hammer might budge, but it's just the earth shifting underneath it.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, round 2.
Maybe if you try sneaking up on it, it will work.
I don't know about that. I think I just have to have some crazy willpower.
I don't think it's about willpower, it's about worthiness.
Well,
What makes you feel worthy of it?
what what makes me feel worthy? That's a good question. A sense of blind justice, perhaps. That's about all I've been doing for, technically the last 10 years.
And why do you think you were given the powers that you were?
Well, it couldn't have been a lottery, so something had to make me special.
Loki's totally telling you what to say, isn't he?
100%.
Why do I think I was given my powers? Something. I don't like to claim anything about predestination, but the gods can see a lot farther ahead. So I'm sure the path that I've been led down is why I was given my power. Where are these questions coming from? Why are you asking me them?
Would it be better if I asked them?
I guess not. But, well, I don't know if that did much, but we're gonna find out.
So the whole time you were complaining, you were talking with your hands, as you are wont to do. And you don't even realize that you lifted the hammer about 2 minutes ago.
What the fuck? Holy shit, I did it!
What's clapping?
Why did nobody say anything?
That's much more amusing.
Krell couldn't see it.
Krell couldn't, that's right. I mean, good lord.
They just goes, God damn it, and hence Krelton goes.
Well, this is going to make a fine addition to the art. I mean, I don't need my mace anymore. Probably don't need this dagger either.
Interestingly enough, in your hands, it feels light as a feather. As if you could,
that's what I figured.
as if you could hurl it the length of a football field with ease.
I'm just like, I know like my strength is being enhanced by two separate things, but I am like trying to feel out its weight. I'm like, man, it's weird. It's weird how light it is in hand when you're swinging it.
Yeah,
It's
like
probably like how you'd imagine swinging out lightsaber would feel.
yeah, almost weightless, but with the weight of the worlds also in the palm of your hands.
Bizarre.
Try to hit a tree with it.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
Of course it is.
Try the...
Go, strike.
I don't
Aim
know
for
if I
the
want to
sun.
test-
It's always looming. You can't know when it's going to attack again.
The sun isn't evil, Woots.
Well, neither is that tree, but I'm willing to take out the most.
I think maybe I'll try it on a rock. That way
I'm
I'm
cool
not
with that.
destroying a good piece of nature.
Come on, the tree's not going to do anything. Plus, it's going to be
Exactly.
funnier when it blows up.
Yes, and fills me with splinters.
That was told in secret to Kraft.
Yeah, you're a nasty little man.
Yeah, I know. Chaotic evil.
I'm gonna clip this to my belt, and we are done here.
Oh, you're not gonna test it at all?
Is there a sufficiently sized rock nearby?
We're in the middle of a big ass field, so probably.
Okay, I'll go hit the big rock.
Are you throwing it, or are you just swinging the hammer?
Bring down the hammer!
Yeah, you make a good point. You did. I mean, I imagine. I mean, if Hanzo thinks he could throw it that far, then yeah, he'd probably try that out first. Well, fuck it.
Alright, so you hurl the hammer with the power of all the might that your tools are giving you, and it strikes the boulder square. And you hear an audible thunderclap as it makes contact, audible up to 300 feet. Very similar to Krell's thunderclap spell. And if we were any closer to it, we would have been knocked back. But the boulder turns to dust on impact.
This will be a good thing in my my pursuit of justice and redemption.
As long as you're worthy for it, right?
As long as I remain worthy, which, I mean, I don't think I'm too worried about remaining worthy. I think there's a lot of resolve built up for those two things in the time I had to spend.
You know you are going to have to walk all the way back, right?
What?
I don't think Maurice is worthy enough to carry the cart with the weapon inside.
I don't know if that.
Question. If he's carrying it and someone else is carrying, does that mean they're worthy because they're carrying him?
I don't know if that's how that works.
If a giant wields Hansel like a weapon, is he worthy of the hammer, or is he going to have to let both the body and the hammer in the ground?
Technically speaking, a giant could never be worthy because the hammer is made for killing giants. That's actually one of its effects.
Oh,
One of its effects is literally if you hit a giant with it, then if you roll a 20 on an attack roll with this weapon against the giant, it has to succeed on a DC 17 Constitution save or dies immediately.
Oh.
yeah, but the question is, if he flings Hansel like a weapon, is the hammer going to affect anything?
Probably. I don't know. We're arguing
think-
semantics here.
Yeah, that's a bit too pedantic for anyone to kind of to have fun with.
I am having
No,
fun.
we can.
I think
We
I'm
can
just
solve-
going to try sitting in the cart and seeing what happens.
Oh yeah, you hop into the cart, it's just totally fine.
Okay, well, that solves that. Let's go.
Okay, so that means if I tie a little rope in the hammer, can I wield it as well?
I don't think that's how that works. Because that would still be wielding it. You're just wielding it in a different way. I don't know if you can make semantics arguments with actual gods.
Yes, I can. I'm doing it right now.
As a side note, after you threw the hammer and obliterated the boulder, it did come back to you.
Oh, good. That's good.
Worth noting for future use.
I think, Paige, maybe you focus a little too much on the sarcastic part and less on the mad mage part.
But yeah, you've got the full information card under your god tools in the magic tab.
Woo!
And
Yeah.
I believe it's the highest level of weapon we've gotten so far, being a base +3.
Good lord.
Isn't the Ryu Jingle Bang as well a +3?
Yep. But a maul does more damage by default.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
Maul is like 2d6, I think.
But that's the second of our godly equipment gained. Only 3 remain.
I wonder what the other 3 are.
Or mention. Oh, Hansel doesn't know.
I know. Me, Max is wondering. My love for Fate wants me to believe that Excalibur is on there.
It is not. I thought about it.
You thought about it.
Actually, I don't think any of these are even European ones.
No, because I know the
If
cloak
you
one
have
is
any
that.
others.
Oh, it's that. I want to say Greek or Roman, but I always forget which one's which.
Greek.
But that. It was a Greek? Okay, yeah. So I know the cloak is the Greek one. stack them up. We got that one. Gauntlets.
I have a
Boots, and
Chinese
then-
one.
Things. Yeah, so it's just the cloak, the boots, and the sword we gotta find. You sure that sword's not Excalibur?
It is not. Hold on.
It's some other
What
legendary
was the-
sword.
yeah, there's a lot of legendary swords out there.
Yeah.
What's the
Strange
exact
ladies
script I
lying in
give?
pounds distributing swords is no basis for the system of government.
I only know of a few.
I know
myself.
exactly where that quote is from, but I cannot remember it.
Monty Python, the chalice of no, it's
Black Grail. Or Holy
yeah,
Grail.
the Holy Grail.
Yeah. Now let's see. I can cross that off because we've got that now.
And me. Well, this was a fruitful endeavor.
A sword so sharp it could cut even the wind.
Muramasa?
No.
Damn it. Oh, well.
Right religion, wrong sword.
Shit.
I don't know enough about Japanese folklore or religion.
Well, it's Japanese, so that's probably a good thing then.
I did say Japanese, didn't I?
You said Chinese.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I meant Japanese. The
Well,
Chinese we already have the
You cross off the only legendary Japanese weapon I know of.
There's quite a few of them.
I imagine. I'm sure it's an interesting thing to dive into. I will avoid doing so until we actually get it.
I want to know what the cloaks and the boots are.
Oh yeah, that's probably. I imagine the boots are like. I don't know. So wait, so we have two right now, right? We have two of the five.
Oh, correction. One of them is based on European folklore.
Oh shit. So we've got Norse and we've got Buddhist, or I guess Chinese. So I don't know. They're the boots are like, I don't know, like the Hermes boots or something.
That would also be Greek.
Shit. God damn it. I'm a fool.
I kind of want to see some videos about mythology later just to see if I find any of the items.
You might. They're
Maybe
well
it's this
known.
one.
I'm about to say just the sword is a little bit less known, but most of the rest of these are pretty well known.
Well then. So now we can go home and actually get to work.
Yep.
We need to escape the sun.
The sun is not, well, actually, it's not that harmful to me anymore. It used to be because I was a pale boy.
Well, you're
Well, you
still
burn
half
half
of
your
one,
face
aren't
from the
you?
looks of it.
Yes, but, well, this is more akin to a strange porcelain shell than it is actual skin. Though it does feel like, it's weird. It's hard to explain. Maybe I'll go in depth on it sometime when I,
Krell is actively poking your flesh now.
I mean, it's a lot firmer than actual skin, but it still like feels like skin, you know. It's like it's got that fleshy warmth and touch, but it's hard to like poke any flab.
Interesting.
It also probably would feel just a little hollow.
I don't even know how you describe that through
Think leathery
touch
texture.
alone.
Well, I mean, if you're touching it, you can. I think it's pretty easy to tell if something's hollow when you touch it because it's like. I think vibration is really how you figure that out.
Probably, and that's kind of Krell's whole deal.
Yeah, so Krell would probably be hyper aware of that. She like pokes it, and she can feel the vibration like spread around the whole thing instead of going straight through.
Like, whoa. Trippy.
You'll get your kicks from strange things, Krell.
Well, it's always interesting to, well, see something you've never seen before.
I only laughed a little bit in my head, I promise.
I think discover would be the better word.
Only a little bit.
You're being awfully rude for somebody within headbutt distance.
Please don't.
Please do.
Paige, you instigating bastard, I'm going to strangle you.
Please don't.
Bizarrely, this is just how I talk to my friends normally.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're friends with somebody, is when you're just like awful to each other.
Yeah, you just be awful to each other and still laugh about it. But, yeah, I think we can head back to town and make new plans. But that will have to wait
Perfect.
for next time.